Some of the other designers that had wedges going down their runways were Ferragamo. Hey guys, welcome back. So, it is cooling down in the evenings, although it is hot as hell still during the day. We're gonna get into some fall shoe trends for 2023. So the first fall shoe trend we're gonna be talking about today is gonna be the Ballerina Black. The same Ballerina Black that they said were tacky and out of trend are back in style, but it's a more stylized, updated version. So they're taking the Ballerina Flat quite literally. It's definitely like more of that Mary Jane style. They have some that literally have the ribbon wrapped around the ankle. Now it's very reminiscent of old Miu Miu flats that were in at one point a while ago, and they were definitely on my wish list, and they're still on my wish list. What I've been seeing on a lot of the flats are a lot of crystals encrusted on all of the flats, which I love. To me, it just takes it from being a blah, tacky ballerina flat that you just wear to work and you change out of your heels to style, more fashion that you can style up with your everyday looks. I think these flats would go great with the suits, but it has to be tailored in a certain way. I would say more so to the ankle, nothing too wide leg. I would say even a printed suit, the pinstripe suits. I always love seeing the suits on women, whether it be with sneakers or heels. To me, it's like, again, that juxtaposition, but then these flats, it's still giving comfortable but cool. I also could see these styled up with like those very voluminous shift dresses that I love to wear. It's definitely feminine again, but then the juxtaposition on the feet and then just accessorized. I'm also seeing some mid-price range versions of these flats as well as the more affordable range. Stuart Weitzman has their version of the ballerina flats, and I also saw some on SCHUTZ and on Urban Outfitters, and they're all cute. You can style them up at any price point. Next up, we have the Wedge. Could you believe it? That tacky wedge that even if it came back in style, I would be like, hell no. But this time around, it's more sculptural, more sleek, stylish. It's not that cork wedge that is clunky and you see people who really can't wear heels or walk in heels. Those are the kind of wedges that you typically would see. Some of the other designers that had wedges going down their runway were Ferragamo. They had so many different shapes, colors. I saw Loewe with a lot of different wedges going down their runways. Kay, again, Alaya. You have so many different houses to choose from, and let's face it, it's more comfortable. I'm definitely in my comfortable era. Like, I still wear my heels, but I find I can't be bothered with struggling, my feet hurting. I just can't stand my feet to be hurting right now. One of the ways that I would style these wedges if I had them would be with stockings / tights. And definitely really black opaque tights, or if you want to get like a little bit more funky, try a fun color, maybe some fun socks. I wouldn't do anything too crazy and out there, but let's say you have like a navy blue pair of shoes and try some navy stockings with that. I even seen like a turquoise color. To me, that's dope too, if you have the matching shoes with it. Next up, trending for this season is gonna be that elevated furry type of shoe. Now, let me make it a little bit more clear. Think Gucci Princetown mules with the fur coming out the bottom, like that. But it's in a very unconventional way. Because think about it, you see like a mule or like a penny loafer, you wouldn't expect fur to be coming out of it. But to me, that's just what's coming back. And I still have those Princetowns on my wish list, but not with the fur, just a regular sleek mule. So it is a little bit more elevated. Gucci has some of them coming down the runway where their heels have the fur coming out of it. Burberry has their version coming down the runway, and it's really, really fun. What was already trending a few seasons ago, and it's very reminiscent of that, like those Marni, like slip-on mules, and they came in those bright colors. People still have them, but in the moment when they first started trending, the girls had them, okay? And to me, it's like an iteration of that. I would style these with a nice, fun sock, or if it's anything that's open toe, I would say get your wears in before it gets cooler outside. If it's something that you can't necessarily wear with a sock or a tight, because some of them I see though, they're like the thong version of a heel. Get them in before it gets super cold, so early fall. Next shoe trend is going to be the trend of the trends, and it's going to be what we all expect, boots. But these boots are tall, slouchy boots. Now for me, this is perfect because I have some thigh-high boots. All of my boots, my legs are so skinny, they just don't stay up. So at least this way, I'll be trending, not on purpose, okay? I've seen one version of these boots in a Y Project show. So they're like a cross between pants and boots. They come up so high that you can't really tell what they are, but they're so slouchy, they almost give the look of an oversized denim. Bottega have some amazing boots where it's that weaving fabric that I love that was very prominent in like the vintage Bottega, like the more tight knit one, and it comes up super high. It's not as slouchy, it's more structured, but it's in that soft leather. That is definitely trending. I've seen that coming down the runway. Stella McCartney has a pair that is definitely much so my vibe, where it's thigh high, and it's structured, but it's still giving a little bit of that slouch, but it's not a sloppy slouch. It still looks put together and more neat. I just love a structured boot. It's hard for me to get the leather because they don't stay. I do have a pair of thigh-high boots, but they're more sleek. It's not necessarily giving the look of the trend that's here right now, but they slouch, which I don't like because more of a fabric material. This Stella McCartney pair is exactly what I love. The look I have in my head to go with these boots is a sweater dress, and not like a tight sweater dress, more of an oversized sweater dress, but not a frumpy looking oversized, like an intentional oversized. A heavy knit. I don't like that thin knit. I'm very particular when it comes to my sweaters. Next trend we're gonna be discussing is that whimsical shoe. And when I say whimsical, I mean, this is for a specific person, okay? Think the Loewe show. With that balloon collection, they have shoes made out of balloons. They have shoes with like nail polish on the heels. Chanel also has some really nice whimsical shoes. With Chanel, you have to actually try on the shoes because once you look at them, it can come off a little bit mature and matronly. They have these bow Mary Janes that are kind of like a fishnet material, and it's a typical Chanel style shoe, and you can tell it's a Chanel shoe when you see it. So it comes in like the ankle version, and it also comes in like calf height. It comes in white and black. Those are the colors I've seen. They look really dope tried on. You have to try them on because Chanel shoes, like I said, they can come off more matronly and kind of mature and a little goofy looking. You have to style them correctly. And I think a little kind of more toned down, that way the shoe speaks for itself. Again, it takes a certain person with a certain sense of style to pull off these shoes. It can very easily lean towards the shoes are wearing you and not you wearing the shoes with your own sense of style. When I think of this trend, I think more of collector's items. Those people who want to sort of collect a piece of time and fashion. I think when I look at the Loewe collection specifically, I just think it's so like magically done, masterfully done, that I would never think, oh, let's make a shoe out of balloons. And I've seen some very crazy shoes out there and they were beautifully done. If I'm looking at a more whimsical shoe, I'm gonna go more of that sexy whimsical. Like it can't be too much of a chunky heel. If it's gonna be something more fun, I need like a nice sexy stiletto heel. I can't do anything too out there for me, my personal style. My personal style is very intentionally effortless. Like it may look like I put it together effortlessly, but it was very much so intentional. Everything has to work together with everything in my closet. I'm not too much of that effortless dresser. I like things styled and put together and look a certain way. So tell me what you think about this whimsical trend. This is the most fun trend out of all of them for this fall season. Okay guys, that's all I have for you for today. Let me know down below if you're excited about any of the trends coming up this season. As always, don't forget to hit that subscription button and the notification bell. That way you're notified every time I upload a video. Follow me on all my social media channels, on my website, RENEELENNOX.com. And until next time, bye.